Fire in the hole. Nice. So where's the engine out of? Is it out of a Bora?
It's a Maserati Quattroporte.
Okay.
So they're all the same lineage of engine. The 450S engine that was originally introduced in 1957.
Okay.
This is the direct descendant of it. Same geometry, same everything. So yeah, it's very, even though it's more modern, it's still pretty much period correct.
It's 4 cams?
Yep.
Wow.
4 sticks in there. Double overhead cam. V8.
Like a Hemi with the sparklers on top of the head?
And is it custom made?
Yeah, this was all
aluminum?
handmade in Argentina using the
Similar how it would have been
Buenos Aires.
In Buenos Aires.
It uses all the exact techniques and plans actually of the originals.
Yeah, well, they're making the Persang, I think, in Argentina, so they're highly skilled, I would say, with.
No, they are extremely highly skilled in the.
With aluminum.
This was built in a shop run by a man named Sir Salerno.
Okay.
And Nestor used to race in period these exact cars. He's 88 years old now,
wow.
So he raced with Fangio and Moss and all the greats of that era.
You able to open up the trunk? Thank you.
Why model get heavy? We updated.
Or just remove it. So you have the high leaf spring up here, I noticed.
So it's transverse leaf spring, the Dion axle, that big arching curve.
Oh yeah.
So all original, all exactly like the originals. Underneath the spare is the transaxle. It's a 5-speed transaxle. It's also a Maserati. It's a little bit more modern, but visually and functionally it's the same as it was in period.
Gas tank looks like a piece of art.
Yep, all handmade gas tank. This is actually the filler. This is just empty. It's cosmetic. In the original cars, this would have been where the fuel, the oil tank was, and then the fuel tank was this side. Like they had 2 tanks mated together. But
wow.
This is just cosmetic because this engine doesn't require a fuel reserve or an oil reserve.
That's great. And what's the model that it would have been made
so this
as?
is, visually, it's a 350S.
Okay.
From 1956. It's modeled on the one that raced in the 1956 Mille Miglia by Stirling Moss and Dennis Jenkinson.
Okay.
So it's the only one model that ever had the heart-shaped windshield like you'll see on this one.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Visually, it's that car, and then they wrecked that car in the race, and Maserati took it back, and that was car number 3501.
Okay.
The very first 350S, and then they wrecked it, and they took it back to the factory, and it became the first one that they put the V8 engine into, so it became 4501. So they took one chassis, and it was originally 3501, and then it became 4501.
Cool. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Thanks.
Thanks for bringing it out.